Okay. Saved by the Bell, Wedding in Las Vegas was the TV movie and the series finale overall for the original Saved by the Bell and Saved by the Bell, the college years. Taking place within the continuity of the college years. After the last episode of the college years has Zach and Kelly planning for their wedding, and then it leads up to this. And it has them going cross country to Las Vegas. It's not cross country because they're in California, Las Vegas, whatever. And you get the guys being arrested and the girls being stranded. They meet by this guy who at least assumes is a homeless person, but it turns out he's the son of the son of the owner of the hotel that they're going to stay in. But he's one of those, I'm not going to live off my father's fortune, I'm going to do my own thing, which is commendable. But of course, he strikes up a sort of, he and Lisa sort of have a romantic interest in each other. Likewise, after they get there, the guys, like I said, they get arrested, and Zach is forced by the sheriff to pay bail with all the money that he has. Okay, so here's what happens. They get caught speeding, and somehow Slater's car ends up being reported stolen. So they're rushed to jail. So after a while, it's found out that it's not the right car. It wasn't stolen, of course. But they still have to pay to get out of jail. I'm sure they say it's the speeding ticket, but you don't have to pay your, I don't drive, so I don't know, but you don't have to pay your tickets right away. You get the ticket, and then you have a amount of time before you have to pay it. This seems like a way that they have to, because to me, I mean, it's called Wedding in Las Vegas, but the wedding is a very small part of the movie. And I think this serves as a way to kick off all the antics of the film, because once they get to Las Vegas, they don't have any money, so they have to work weird jobs. They caddy for people, which doesn't work, because they're not very good at it. And then they work for Burt Banner, which is Gilbert Gottfried, and he has a couple of cameos. This is his first cameo, and he hooks them up in the world of escorts, or at least Zach and Screech. I don't think. Slater meets Carla, played by Liz Vassy, who they become romantically interested, but she has a torrid past, sort of bad past with what's going on in not the least of more antics. Because, see, I never get this stuff. So, Zach has to escort a woman on a date to the same restaurant in the same time that he has to take Kelly out. This whole problem could have been solved if we just told Kelly, we don't have any money. And we have to take up jobs to get the money. I'm sure she would go get a job herself to try to pay for the thing. Or she'd probably get pissed, but from what I've known of Kelly throughout the entire series, she's understanding. Just tell him, hey, we got hustled by this small town hick sheriff who made us pay all our money to get out of jail. And then, so now we have to work these jobs. But instead, they have it subplot where Kelly thinks that Zach is cheating on her with this person who doesn't even speak English. And eventually, he's able to talk to Kelly, and we find out the story with Carla. She was dating some mob boss guy, and she walked in on them and overheard them talk about stealing some diamond. And then the gang gets all caught up in this, and I said this wasn't better. It is better. Well, that's how I always thought it was better, but I see it. The story in the first film, the Hawaiian Hawaiian style, seems to be more coherent and makes more sense with the plot, where this one is just a series of shit happens to them. Like, oh, they're driving. Nope, they're speeding. Go to jail. Oh, pay all your money you have to get out of jail. That's not how it works, by the way. Because, at least I don't think that's how it works. They got taken to jail wrongfully. Therefore, they should be released without having to pay anything. It's the sheriff's fault, not theirs. They're in jail. Yes, they were speeding, but it's the sheriff's mistake. The sheriff that wouldn't listen to them, he just countered them with, "You tell me I'm wrong, boy!" You know, intimidation. The sheriff was in the wrong, and they had to pay to get out of jail because of a speeding ticket they could have paid later. And then they set up where, oh, they have to work these little jobs. That's fine, but then you get the escort service, and, oh, what a coincidence. He has to take this girl out on the same night he's taking Kelly out, and it's the same restaurant. Oh no, he's cheating. Despite the fact that completely erases everything that happened during the between them in the college years, because he proved that he wants to be with Kelly, and yet she accuses him of cheating. That just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that she would accuse him. And why he doesn't just say, "Hey, we lost the money. I needed the jobs. I'm not cheating on you. This is a job. I'm just taking her out to dinner." That's all. You know? But no. I mean, this plot, they do this. So, up until a couple of years ago, I didn't realize. I've seen the TV version, but I've never seen like the full beginning of it. Because it just started playing the opening, because they were put of TV versions, and it goes from the opening, "You're down to live it up, to them back in California, or back in, taking Zach to his parents' house. And that's another thing. While they get the actors who played his parents to come back, that's pretty cool. Well, the opening of this has them playing paintball, and it sets up something that, the only reason this scene exists is to set up something that happens during the climax, where they use almost the same trick to take out the thugs. They did the Three Stooges trick, and in the first version, Screech gets hurt. And the second version looks more like the Three Stooges, where they're pushing him, pushes Screech into the other guys. They look like they're gonna go punch him. Screech's like, "Huh?" Ducks, and they hit the guy. That's, that's more Three Stooges, but so the parent thing. Zach's dad does not support this marriage at all, despite the fact that I don't know if it even makes sense within the continuity of the series. Especially with the fact that Zach and Kelly have been on and off constantly throughout the series. But, I think the parents of Boy Meets World were more accepting than this one. And doesn't want anything to do with him. He's not coming to the wedding. And the mom can't do anything because she can't disobey him. So she gives him some money and a voucher or whatever, and she gives him a voucher for the hotel or something, and there's that. But then, magically at the end, they decide they're going to get married in one of those hokey little marriage ceremony things, like the Elvis wedding chapel things. But of course, Gilbert Gottfried is the one that marries them, and then magically at the end, the dad shows up with the mom, and he's like, "No, son of mine is getting married here," and they have a big wedding. Jesse shows up. We get cameos from Jesse and Mr. Belding and Mike and Alex. We get those cameos, and then everybody pairs off on their own except for Screech. Lisa goes with what's his name, Mark or whatever his name is, that is the hotel manager's son. Goes with him, and I think maybe they shouldn't have ended up together. Think about this. She wanted nothing to do with him. Then she starts to like him a little bit. Just a little bit. Then it's revealed he's the hotel manager's son. And while he says he wants nothing to do with his father and his fortune, all of a sudden, she's just with him. It's Lisa. Think about it. Think about it. But, and you have, of course, Stack and Kelly are married. They're getting paired off together. And they reveal that Carla's coming back to California with Slater for a few days. So there's that. And then there's this thing during the wedding. They do flashback to all the times in the series that, they kiss and everything. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. But, yeah, just the whole sheriff thing has always kind of got me. Where I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. It's only so they can have the padding in there for time. Because they took out that. And they took out the getting the jobs. This thing would be an hour long. I'm just saying, it pads it out. But yeah, I've always liked this one. I see the problems now with it. I'm going to give it I'll give it a 6. Because I like it, but for some reason, Hawaiian Style was the better movie. And I was always the opposite. I like this one over Hawaiian Style. I never really watched Hawaiian Style that much. Sitting here watching it today, it's the better movie. And it means it makes more sense with the plot coherently. Yeah, Hawaiian Style is the better TV movie to me. But this one gets a 6. So what are your thoughts on Saved by the Bell Wedding in Las Vegas? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. We're going to do countdown. Top 10 best Saved by the Bell episodes. Look for it. Skyboy Rules YouTube channel. Time out. Time in.